What if I told you that Lil Scrappy's life just got flipped upside down by the one woman who knows exactly where to hit him where it hurts? What if I told you Bambi, yes, that Bambi, just turned a casual day of filming into a full-blown paternity scandal that left the entire cast frozen, producers screaming keep rolling, and Scrappy bless his heart curled up backstage, wondering where it all went wrong. This ain't just your average love and hip-hop mess, baby. This is betrayal dipped in baby oil and wrapped in a fake pregnancy test. Because when Bambi casually dropped the line, "Young Jock might be my baby daddy," the cameras didn't just capture a moment, they captured a man's soul leaving his body. And let's be real, Jock, out of all people, the king of chaos with more kids than careers. If you thought Scrappy had problems before, buckle up, because this scandal's got layers, lies, and lace fronts flying in every direction. Are we watching reality TV, or a Shakespearean tragedy sponsored by Instagram Live? Grab your tea, hide your baby daddies, and pray for Scrappy's blood pressure, because what went down next might just be the wildest twist in love and hip-hop history. Lil Scrappy walked onto the Love and Hip Hop Season 13 set expecting drama, sure, but what he got was emotional warfare dressed as reality TV. He thought maybe he could get through this season, quietly focus on himself, avoid the chaos, stay out the headlines. But nah, peace was never an option, because the moment Bambi stepped on that set, heels clicking like a countdown to disaster, the tension shifted. You could feel it. Something was coming. And baby, she didn't disappoint. Because in front of cameras, castmates, producers, and a room full of bad decisions, Bambi dropped a bomb that left everybody stunned. She might be pregnant, and the baby might be Young Jock's. Yeah, you heard that right. Young Jock, the same Jock with more kids than rap hits. The man with a fresh scandal every 6 months and a smirk that says you can't prove anything. And while the whole cast froze like mannequins at a department store robbery, Scrappy just stood there, eyes wide, lips tight, like his soul left the chat. And Bambi, sis, said it so casually, like she was ordering extra sauce with her wings. Might be Jock's Jock, who was standing 2 feet away, sipping a smoothie like he was at a cookout, not a live taping of his own public execution. At first, nobody moved. Carly Red's jaw hit the floor. Spice stopped mid-laugh. Erica Mena blinked, like she needed subtitles. Even Mona Scott Young, somewhere off camera, was probably clutching her pearls and thanking the gods of drama for this gift. But Scrappy? That man walked off set. No yelling, no words, just silence and the sound of his heartbreak echoing down the hallway. And that's when the real mess began. Because cameras don't stop when you're broken, they zoom in, they chase, they roll, and they caught every second of Scrappy's breakdown. He locked himself in his trailer like a man trying to hold it together in the middle of a storm. Hoodie on, phone off, crew knocking like Jehovah's Witnesses, with a Bible full of betrayal, and then of all people Jock showed up. Holding a strawberry banana smoothie like this was a casual check-in and not the aftermath of nuclear gossip. "Yo, you good?" Jock asked. The audacity. Scrappy looked at him like he'd just offered to marry his ex. "You really gone ask me if I'm good after Bambi says, you might be the daddy?" Jock shrugged, took a sip and said, I got strong swimmers. Sir, this ain't the Olympics. This is a man's life unraveling on camera, and you flexing like you at a family barbecue. And the worst part, Jock didn't deny it. Not once. Not when Scrappy asked. Not when producers pulled him aside. Not when the cast circled him like pigeons. On fresh gossip, he just stood there, adjusted his chain, and said, "Y'all know I'm not new to this. Excuse me. That's not a denial. That's an application for Baby Daddy of the Year." So now rumors are spreading like wildfire. Fans, blogs, Reddit threads, Twitter detectives, everyone's trying to figure out if Bambi's playing games, seeking revenge, or actually carrying Jock's kid. Then out of nowhere, Jessica Dime slides in like she's been waiting for this mess her whole life. She tells producers, "I saw the texts. Bambi and Jock were flirty back in January. January, as in, New Year, new baby daddy energy." Jessica claims the messages were full of eggplants, peaches, and enough suggestive emojis to make Apple consider banning the entire keyboard. She doesn't have the screenshots any more convenient, but she swears on her lace front they were real. Meanwhile, Scrappy's spiraling. He's pacing the lot, calling his mama, whispering to himself like he just realized the last 5 years were a lie. Ain't no way she let Jock in there. His voice cracking. Mama D picks up on the third ring and instantly goes into survival mode. What'd she do now, baby? Scrappy, with the strength of 1,000 heartbreaks, says, she say she pregnant by Jock. You could hear Mama D's gasp from 3 counties away. That glitter-thirsty child done lost her mind. She wasn't wrong. And Bambi, back in glam, sipping cucumber water like she didn't just drop a match on a gasoline-soaked cast. I didn't confirm anything, she says to her makeup artist. I just said Jock might be the daddy. I never said he was. Girl, that's like yelling fire in a movie theater and then acting surprised when people run. Spice heard about it and reportedly said, Bambi might be cold-blooded for real. No lies were told. Because next thing you know, Bambi's in her confessional looking like she about to drop a skincare line, not a scandal. Calm, composed, calculated. I just think it's funny how Scrappy could cheat on me for years, embarrass me in front of the world, and I make one little joke and suddenly, he crying in a trailer. That quote alone had Twitter burning. Fans were split. Some yelling Queen of Petty, others screaming you crossed the line. And then Carly Red, who never misses an opportunity to be messy, jumped in with a black screen Instagram story. Don't play with pregnancy. Some of us been through too much. Subtle, never. Erica Mena reposted a meme of Jock looking confused with the caption, came for a storyline, left with child support. Even Yandy threw a quote up, you reap what you sow. Be careful who you use for TV. The cast was choosing sides, lines were being drawn, and Scrappy. He was somewhere contemplating retirement from all forms of human interaction. Then came the producers. Would you be willing to take a test? They asked Bambi. She stared straight into the lens, not blinking once, and said, only if Jock takes one too. Boom. That's when even the crew started gasping. Jock, he didn't flinch. Whatever, I ain't scared. But see, that's the thing. People who ain't scared are either innocent, or too used to the mess. And Jock, he lives in it. That night, a secret meeting went down. Amy, Jessica Dime, Carly Red, Spice all whispering, plotting, comparing receipts. Amy says she's seen Bambi rubbing her stomach too much lately. Carly says she has actual footage of Bambi ordering a fake baby bump from Amazon. Jessica's eyes go wide. The same one Blac Chyna used. Carly nods. 2-day shipping. It was on. The girls were locked in. The next day, they demanded a full confrontation. No scripts. No cuts. Just Bambi. And truth. Or chaos. The cast gathered. In one of those candlelit fake piece reunion setups, Bambi walks in draped in fur like she came to lie with confidence. Amy leans forward first. Sis, are you pregnant or not? Bambi smirks. Why does it matter to you? Jessica stands up. Because you told the world Jock got you pregnant, and now you acting like a villain in a courtroom. Carly slaps a paper down on the table. Explain this Amazon order. Bambi's face doesn't move. Then she lets out a laugh low, petty, cold. So y'all went through my mail? Y'all some bored birds. Amy's voice cuts through the silence. Girl, are you pregnant? Bambi stands. Dramatic pause. Silence swallows the room whole. Then she says, I'm not pregnant. Sierra's drink went flying. Amy jumped like she was about to climb across the table. Jessica Dime started slow clapping like it was the BDE Awards and Bambi had just accepted an award for Best Manipulation in a reality series. You messy chick. Amy yelled, face flushed, hands shaking. You played with everybody's emotions for what? A storyline, a spin-off, a reunion center seat. And Bambi. She didn't blink. She stepped forward like she'd been waiting for this moment. Eyes locked on Scrappy who had just walked in behind the cameras. Jaw clenched, shoulders tense, face unreadable. She didn't flinch when the room shifted. She looked him dead in the face and said, I'm not pregnant, but I needed you to feel what I felt. You cheated, you lied. You embarrassed me on national TV for years. So yeah, I gave you a taste of your own medicine. The room was still silent, tense. Scrappy looked like he'd forgotten how to breathe. Like the words didn't even register at first. When they finally did, his voice cracked with betrayal. You weaponized motherhood, he said, and you think that's power? Bambi shrugged, eyes cold, voice calm. I think it's balance. I think it's balance. Somewhere in the corner, young Jock whispered under his breath, man. I knew I should have stayed home today. But oh no, the mess wasn't over. The internet exploded within hours. Every blog from the Shade Room to the ones your cousin runs on, Facebook had the headline, Bambi exposed for fake pregnancy to get back at Lil Scrappy. Love and hip-hop's pettiest plot twist ever. Jock caught in the crossfire again. Even TMZ jumped in with a blurry photo of Scrappy looking like he just found out Santa Claus was a lie and rent was due. Instagram was on fire. Team Scrappy, Team Bambi, Team Jock, Team everybody's tired people were going off in the comments like they were on payroll. Meanwhile, Mona Scott Young was allegedly in the editing bay sipping champagne, whispering, "This is Emmy-worthy garbage." And she wasn't wrong. Back on set, the fallout was immediate. Producers called an emergency meeting because while Bambi couldn't be fired after a moment that iconic, she was slapped with a temporary emotional rehab suspension, whatever that means. Scrappy refused to film with her. Amy said she wouldn't share a frame. Jock just looked relieved he wouldn't have to write another child support check. But this circus was far from over, because just when you thought the last twist had twisted, Jock walked into Mona's office with a folder. "Mona, I got something you need to see," he said. And when she opened that folder, all hell broke loose. Inside, real ultrasound photos, real paperwork, real timeline. "I didn't get Bambi pregnant," Jock said, "but I did get someone pregnant." Boom. Suddenly, this fake pregnancy storyline had a real pregnancy tangled inside it. And the question wasn't just was Bambi lying, it was who's actually carrying Jock's baby now. Rumors spread like wildfire, hotter than a flat iron left on a wig cap. Was it a crew member? A new cast member? Someone's cousin? Fans were scrambling, dissecting Jock's every scene, every glance, every phone call. Meanwhile, Bambi was radio silent, acting like she didn't just torch her own credibility on cable television. Scrappy, he was spiraling all over again. This man got whiplash from fake drama only to get hit with real consequences. He told producers off camera, "I feel like this whole show ain't nothing but therapy I didn't ask for. I done bought her mama dentures, brewer, and she played me like this." Behind the scenes, alliances were forming. Amy, Jessica, Sierra, Spice, they were done with Bambi over her, planning her cancellation like it was a group project. Sierra walked in like she had documents to present. She said, "This pregnancy thing wasn't about Jock, it was about staying relevant." Bambi saw Scrappy leveling up and panicked. "This ain't motherhood, it's marketing." Jessica Dime chimed in with her cocktail halfway gone. "If she faked a pregnancy for clout, I'm suing her for emotional distress." Carly Red, never one to miss a mess, grinned like she'd just found gold. "I got footage," she said. Everyone paused. "Footage of what?" Carly smirked harder. "Bambi buying a fake baby bump from Amazon. Same one Black China used. 2 days shipping." Silence, then gasps. Amy nearly fell off the couch. Spice choked on her soda. And Sierra. She pulled out her phone like she was ready to broadcast this live. The girls weren't done. They demanded another sit-down. No filters, no edits, just confrontation, volume, and vengeance. The producers, who were basically foaming at the mouth by this point, set it up immediately. Bambi walked in again, this time less smug, but still unbothered. Same fur coat. Same heels, same dead-eyed confidence. Amy hit her first. "Did you buy a fake bump? Yes or no?" Bambi looked at her like she was beneath her. Carly slammed the receipt on the table like it was divorce papers. Bambi blinked, then she smirked. "Y'all digging through my orders now? Bored birds." Jessica Dime stood up again. "Girl, are you okay in the head? You lied about a pregnancy to get revenge. What next? Faking your own funeral." And still, Bambi didn't fold, didn't cry, didn't apologize. She just sat back and crossed her legs. Scrappy, who'd been dragged in by producers for closure, just shook his head. "I gave you everything," he said. "I rode for you when nobody else would. And this is what I get." Bambi looked at him one last time and said, "You embarrassed me for years. I needed the world to see what it felt like. This wasn't about Jock, it was about you." He stared at her like he didn't even recognize the woman he once married. "You don't come back from this," he whispered. Bambi just shrugged again. That's the point. After the taping, Jock finally broke his silence in a confessional. "Look, man, I got a lot of love for Bam. I always have. But I ain't sign up for none of this. If I gotta take a test, I'll take it. I ain't scared. But you gotta ask yourself what's really going on with her." Meanwhile, the real baby mama was still a mystery. Jock hadn't said a name. The folder was locked in Mona's office, and the whole cast was on edge, wondering if this season was about to get even messier. And just when things looked like they were starting to settle, Amy pulled Jessica and Carly aside. Word is, Bam might not be done. They say she's been meeting with producers, off camera, pitching something. A redemption arc. A solo spin-off. Even a podcast. Jessica Dime rolled her eyes. Not a podcast, but Carly. She looked concerned, because Bambi ain't the type to fall quietly. She's the type to burn the whole set down, then walk out like she invented gasoline. So now the cast is split. Team Bam or Team Burn It All Down. Scrappy's over it, Jock's trying to dodge another scandal. Amy's still fuming. And somewhere in the shadows, Mona's probably laughing her way to the bank. Because this isn't just another love triangle. This is a full-blown emotional war disguised as a reality show, and just when you think it's finally over, it gets worse. Because this isn't just another love triangle. This is a full-blown emotional war disguised as a reality show. And just when you think it's finally over, it gets worse. The next morning, cast and crew roll in expecting cleanup, a debrief, maybe even a break, but nah, Mona's already 2 steps ahead. Jock gets called to a private meeting. Inside, he finds Mona sitting with that smile she only pulls out when she's got a plot twist that could break the internet. Jock, she says, we know you got someone pregnant. What we need is a name. Jock hesitates, then drops it like a headline. It's not Bambi, but it is someone y'all know. The room spins. Jock won't say more yet, but just like that, a whole new mystery opens. Who else has been in Jock's orbit? Amy, a backup dancer, an intern. The speculation spreads like wildfire. And Bambi, sis is still acting unbothered, like she didn't just fake a whole pregnancy on TV and destroy her last shred of credibility. She pops up on social media with a soft smile and an even softer filter, posting captions like healing energy only, while the entire internet screams, girl, we are still in the chaos. Meanwhile, Scrappy is done, exhausted, tapped out. He tells producers he needs a break from filming indefinitely. He's emotionally bankrupt. I came in this season trying to rebuild my peace, he says, but now I'm fighting ghosts and fake pregnancies. His therapist gets more screen time than he does. Mama D's calling daily, threatening to show up with a wig and a wooden spoon. She wanna play games with my baby, watch me spin the block with receipts and seasoning, she says, and honestly, we believe her. Mama D is 2 drinks and a missed call away from turning this into a courtroom battle. The cast is divided. Carly, Sierra, Spice, Jessica, forming what fans are now calling the Bump Watch Task Force. Determined to make sure no more fake babies hit the screen. Meanwhile, producers are dangling the Jock baby bomb like it's the season finale. Everyone wants to know, who's the real mother? And then the next scene drops like a wrecking ball. Jock walking into a restaurant, nerves visible, palms sweaty. Sitting across from him is a woman with her back to the camera. He sits. The woman turns. It's not a cast member. Not a producer. It's Shay. Yes, Shay. The same Shay who disappeared 3 seasons ago. Allegedly done with the drama. Turns out, she wasn't just gone, she was hiding a secret. Jock leans in. You sure you want to do this here? She nods, slides the ultrasound over the table. Boom. A second real pregnancy. Confirmed Jock's face. Pure panic. Cut to confessionals. Jock says, look man, I didn't expect this. I didn't want this to come out like this. But I own up to mine. Always have, always will. He adds, I just hope this don't get spun into no mess. Sir, you're on Love and Hip Hop. This show runs on mess. The producers are already cutting trailers. The blogs are eating it up. And Shay. She's not holding back. I didn't come to start drama. I came for clarity. But if people want to play with my name, I will pull receipts. Carly Red sees the footage and immediately starts planning a welcome back party. Jessica Dime starts prepping questions. Amy's just glad it ain't her. Back at the set, Bambi's pissed. Jock got someone pregnant, for real. And suddenly her fake storyline ain't the headline anymore. She walks into the studio like a storm in heels, confronts Jock directly. So you out here making real babies while I'm catching fire for a fake one? Jock, sipping his smoothie again like the chaos isn't even touching him, replies, at least I ain't lying about it. Boom, Bambi flips. You should have denied it from the jump. You let people drag me while you out here being fertile and quiet. Jock shrugs. You started the fire. I just brought marshmallows. That quote alone had Twitter in shambles. Meanwhile, Scrappy is quietly packing up, not his bags, his feelings. He's told Mona he's done with Bambi, For good this time. No spin-offs, no co-parenting convos on camera. Let her have her drama. I'm out, he says. But Mona's not letting go that easy. She whispers something to a producer, who immediately pulls Scrappy into one final scene. It's a sit-down. No frills, no fur coats. Just Scrappy, Jock, and the truth. Scrappy opens with the calm of a man who's been through too much. I ain't mad at you, Jock, he says. I'm mad at me. For thinking peace was possible on a show built on chaos. Jock nods. I ain't want none of this, bro. You know I don't move like that. Scrappy stares at him. But you didn't stop it either. Silence. Then comes the surprise. Jock pulls out an envelope. Slides it across the table. That's the DNA test, he says. Not for Bambi, for Shay. Scrappy opens it. Reads. Nods slowly. So at least one of y'all ain't lying, he says. Jock says nothing. But Scrappy isn't done. That's the thing. Bro, you could have shut it down. Told them producers Bambi was playing, but you let it breathe, let it grow. And that's why I can't rock with you right now. Jock sighs. I thought it'd fade. Scrappy shakes his head. On this show, bro, rumors don't fade, they multiply. The episode ends with Scrappy walking, out of frame, not storming off. Not crying, just walking away like a man who finally decided to stop bleeding on camera. Jock sits alone, DNA test in one hand, smoothie in the other. And then the screen cuts to black. But just before the credits roll, one final teaser drops. A voicemail. It's Bambi's voice. You thought that was it. Baby, I'm just getting started. Click. Now the fans are losing it. Comment sections are full-blown conspiracy zones. Some think Bambi's plotting a revenge tell-all. Others believe Shay's return was planned by Mona all along. And a bold few think there's a second fake pregnancy coming because on Love and Hip Hop, you never get just one. Either way, one thing's for sure. This show has officially gone from petty to legendary. Fake bumps, real babies, broken bonds, emotional warfare, and smoothies in the middle of crisis. Jock caught in crossfire again. Scrappy scarred for life. Bambi, rewriting the rules of toxic revenge like it's an Olympic sport. So what now? Does Scrappy heal or spiral again? Does Bambi launch her own podcast to explain the madness? Does Shay stay and claim her spotlight or vanish again with Jock's baby in tow? And how long before Mona drops the reunion trailer that turns all this into TV gold? Because in the twisted world of Love and Hip Hop, truth is optional, but the drama, that's guaranteed. And there you have it lies. Love triangles, fake baby bumps, real paternity tests, emotional casualties, and a smoothie that somehow survived more than most relationships on this show. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Bambi went too far, or was she just serving karma cold with a side of chaos? Is Scrappy finally done for real this time? Or is another reunion breakdown just one DM away? And let's not forget Jock, out here dodging diapers and dropping bombshells like it's his second job. Drop your wildest theories in the comments. Who's the real villain? Who needs a spin-off? And who needs a therapist with their name stitched on the couch? If you're still trying to process all this drama, hit that like button just to remind yourself you survived it. Make sure to subscribe for more messy breakdowns, scandal recaps, and reality TV chaos hotter than Bambi's Amazon cart. And don't forget to share this video with your most toxic friend. You know, the one who would have faked a pregnancy, just for a storyline to dot. Until next time, stay messy, stay nosy, and remember, on Love and Hip Hop, the tea ain't just hot, it's radioactive. See y'all in the next explosion.